Staying with our comprehensive coverage of the war for the political Tamil throne, the political deadlock continues in Tamil Nadu. AIADMK Chief Sashikala returned to Post Garden in Chennai after meeting party MLAs at the Golden Bay Resort in Kanchipuram. Addressing the media outside Post Garden, Sashikala attacked Governor Vidyasagar Rao. She said that the delay by the governor was a ploy to divide the AIADMK. Meanwhile, AIADMK's General Secretary Sashikala also said that from Sunday onwards, the party will begin a new kind of protest as their patience was running out. Fearing the law and order situation, Chennai police beefed up security across the city.
I met all the MLAs at the resort. They are very happy. The AIADMK is one big family. It was heartwarming to see them. Just wait and watch, you'll see.
And Padmaja Joshi is joining us from Chennai. She has been tracking all the developments there. Padmaja, I know it's late evening, but what are you really seeing the situation on the ground at the moment? Are people still coming to the streets?
I think the happenings of the last 1 week, or rather the last 1 month, have changed Chennai's sleeping habits just a little bit, Smita. Just to give you a fair idea, the kind of crowd that we saw early in the morning and in the afternoon has thinned out, but there's still these hopeful stragglers who hang around thinking that maybe just for a little while Chinnamma will step out. I have to tell you that I experienced it firsthand, when we came to Poise Garden. It was my first day in Poise Garden today, and it was almost as if on cue Sashikala returned after having visited her MLAs at the Golden Bay Resort, and in the absolute melee that followed, people weren't expecting her to stop, but she did slow down for a little bit, had the light inside the cabin of the car switched on. She was sitting there acknowledging her supporters, and people just rushed towards her, and I was sort of a bad battle casualty, with my finger injured, but no harm done. But that being said, yes, there is some support for her here as well, but for now people have thinned out. Whether this is going to continue over the next few days as well, there's going to be a thinning of the support, I suspect, is what Sashikala is fearing.
Right, Padmaja, but as far as the strategizing going on within Poise Garden is concerned, the fact is that Governor Vidyasagar Rao this evening did not give time to Sashikala. She was perhaps planning to parade the MLAs. How is she looking at the governor's response so far?
If anything, we've only seen the tone that Sashikala and her loyalists have adopted get sharper over the last few hours, where earlier Sashikala spoke about how they may just run out of patience, they may look at other avenues if a resolution to this current crisis is not done by Sunday evening. We had Sengotian speaking soon after that, almost as if putting the governor on notice, and now Sashikala herself talking about how, the delay only seems to strengthen the impression that there are efforts on to try and split her camp, to make people break away from her, and again reiterating that deadline of sorts of Sunday evening, saying that after that we will think of other means to protest. So it's almost as if there's a direct confrontation between Sashikala and the governor. Sources also telling my colleague Pramod Madhav that she was under the impression that today she might just be able to wrangle an appointment with the governor. It was under that impression that she went to meet those still with her at the resort, but eventually when she did not get any time from the governor, she had to come back, at least with the reassurance that she still has the numbers on her side.
Well, clearly, she has numbers on her side, but the worries are growing too, because those numbers slowly, steadily might just be moving towards Paneerselvam, the more the delay that one has to face in there. Meanwhile, remember, this entire political crisis has been reminding people of the post-MGR era, really, when Jayalalitha had to fight for MGR's legacy with the Janaki, and now Sashikala and Paneerselvam are fighting for Jayalalitha's, in fact, legacy. So MGR's relative has spoken out exclusively to India today, and his relative Praveen says that he's saddened by the developments in Tamil Nadu. He says that Narendra Modi is a strong leader and he could join the BJP soon.
Mr. Praveen, how do you look at the developments which is happening at the moment in Tamil Nadu?
So, personally, I would say that this was something that was expected. AIADMK has been blessed with a good leader for the last 1.5 decades. And usually a demise of a leader like this would leave a huge void. There are parties that don't have the entire confidence of the party members today, and they are contending for something that they feel is their right. I personally feel a little sad that a party that was formed for fighting against corruption and evil practices across the society is right now subject to a lot of tit for tat, especially fighting for positions and power. That's something that's a little depressing.
So one side we have a leader who has the public support, and the other side who is the leader of the party, and the party is strongly rallying behind her. So whom do you support?
So either individual, they don't need my support today because I'm not officially a member of the ADMK anymore. But having been a past member there, I know that the party was founded by late MG Ramachandran with a very clear idea of making sure the party was for the people. So by saying this, I'm referring to the point where the party was founded with a constitution, a bylaw and a constitution, where the general secretary always had to be a people-elected individual and not somebody who would show strength through MLAs or through fights across the assembly. So I would hope that they revert back to that constitution, have a generic democratic election, and ask every member of the party to pick who they would want as the All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam General Secretary.
Whom do you support at the moment?
Again, neither of them. I would prefer the people picking the individual. I don't think any one individual has to say who the head of the party should be. Anybody who comes unanimously elected through the party, I would be very happy with them.
So that was MG Ramachandran's relative speaking exclusively to India Today. India Today also has spoken exclusively to one of former Chief Minister, the late Jayalalitha's good friends. She's come out in support of O Pannirselvam and said that he's the best candidate to be the state's next Chief Minister. She has also gone on to level considerable allegations against the AIADMK's current General Secretary. Listen in to this exclusive interview.
What do you think? Who do you think is a better Chief Minister? Is it O Pannirselvam or VK Sasikala?
It's absolutely a straightforward answer there. It is definitely Pannirselvam. Because even when, for whatever little I know of politics, even when she was unable to be in the chair, she only chose him. She never chose her to take over from her at any point of time. So I think it is Pannirselvam without a doubt.
But ma'am, in terms of your experience with her over the years as a child, during your childhood.
Yeah,
so can you tell us about how accessible, how close she was to you, and suddenly she became inaccessible?
Oh yes, she was very, very close to me on a personal level. First from school as a schoolmate, classmate also. And then after we passed out of school also, I kept in touch with her because my father was a photographer, still photographer. So also kept in touch with her. We were very, very close.
One point of time she became inaccessible. You tried to reach out to her.
Yes.
You were not given access. We went to invite her for your son's wedding.
Yes.
And still there was no response, which is very unlike her. What do you think went wrong?
It started around, I should say, 82, 83. My husband was posted away from Chennai. So whenever I came for holidays, I tried reaching out to her. I was stopped at the gate. The entire servant group had changed. I did not recognize any of them, whereas I knew all of the previous ones very well. I knew that something else was doing this. It was not Jaya. It is not like her. She will never forget old friendships. She will never forget the times we had together. But I could never ever reach her, even for me to tell her, see, this is what is happening. We were being cut off. I felt she was being isolated, absolutely in a circle where nobody could reach her, so that the person who was manipulating the whole thing, I will name no names, can have full control over her.
So it is a battle of nerves between the rival camps of AIADMK General Secretary Sashikala Natarajan and Acting Chief Minister O Pannirselvam. The OPS camp has received more support, as now even founding AIADMK member C Ponnayan has joined his faction. AIADMK MP Satyabama has come out in support of OPS too. Earlier it was senior leader Madhusudanan, then Tamil Nadu Education Minister K Pandeyarajan who joined the OPS camp. This has come as a huge blow to Sashikala, as Pandeyarajan was also one of her staunchest supporters. Two other AIADMK MPs, PR Sundaram and Ashok Kumar, have also expressed their allegiance to Pannirselvam.
We're joined by State Education Minister Mr. Mafa Pandeyarajan, who's now chosen the OPS camp over VK Sashikala. Sir, first of all, why the change of heart? Why did you decide to jump ship to join
We're only one ship, and that ship is AIADMK. the way the legacy of our founder, Dr. Purochitalevar MGR, and our icon, Purochitalevi Amma, rests. And it's only one ship, okay? In my view, yes, I took 7 days to make a judgment. As you know, I came into AIADMK purely on the invitation of Purochitalevi Amma 3 years, 7 months back. 12th of June 2013 is when I came in. And since that day, I've been a faithful soldier of Amma. And she gave me the seat to contest, Avadi, and she gave me the ministry. And I will always strive to live her legacy, her principles, her philosophies. And the 60 days government, which Mr. O. Pannirselvam gave Tamil Nadu, there has been a groundswell of popular support, and every one of the voting public today have been swayed by the tremendous speed and responsiveness of the government. So when the change happened a week back, when the legislative party did propose a new leader, the last 7 days I've had groundswell of popular support. There are at least 7,000 calls I would have received in the last 7 days. Every one of the voting public in my constituency has been talking about how OPS is the person who would hold the legacy of Purochitalevar and Purochitalevi. That's the reason I chose to support Mr. O. Pannirselvam, on whom, in my view, both the legacies of Purochitalevi and Purochitalevar rest so firmly. And in my view, he's the only leader on whom this mantle lies. And I like to see all the 135 MLAs firmly back Mr. O. Pannirselvam.
தமிழக மக்களே, தீர்ப்பு கூறுங்கள். அம்மா அவர்கள் உடல் எங்கே இருக்கின்றது? நாங்கெல்லாம் அழுது கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். நீ சுடிதாரில் வருகின்றாயே, நியாயமா? ஒரு சொட்டு தண்ணீர் விடுறா உன்னுடைய கண்ணீர். பின்னால் 15 பேர்கள் குடும்பம் வருகின்றது. நாங்கள் எல்லாம் பார்க்கின்றோம். எங்களை அனுமதியுங்கள். அம்மாவின் உடலை நாங்கள் பார்க்க வேண்டும்.
Now in Tamil Nadu's Game of Thrones, an unlikely resort politics took center stage on Saturday as MLAs continued to switch sides through the day and allegations flew over Chinnamma's illegal confinement politics. Sashikala made her way to the Golden Bay Resort to meet her loyalist MLAs. Take a look at how things unraveled there.
Two claimants, one a rebel chief minister keen to recover the power, the other JR's close confidant, claiming the confidence of the AIADMK MLAs. As supporters and members of the party switched sides, the focus of the war shifted ground to Kanchipuram's Golden Bay Resort. Set about 80 kilometers away from Chennai, Golden Bay's resort in Kanchipuram's Kuvattur district has become the unlikely site for Tamil Nadu's Game of Thrones. As high-voltage politics unraveled rapidly in Chennai, over 100 AIADMK MLAs were secretly shepherded into buses and taken to this golden cage in Kanchipuram on Wednesday.
The main entry point is completely sanitized. 24/7 surveillance is going on there. The AIADMK cadres are not allowing media, not allowing other people or even villagers to go forward and further toward the Golden Bay Beach Resort.
As allegations of illegal confinement flew thick and fast, India Today decided to do a fact check. And this is what we came across.
Please. Excuse me.
Sashikala's aides were keeping a close eye on the confined MLAs. Meanwhile, police officials inspecting Chinnamma's golden cage refused to comment on the situation inside. With longtime aide K.A. Sengotian by her side, Sashikala entered the Golden Bay premises only to be thronged. But after a 3-hour-long meeting, a confident Sashikala emerged victoriously, flanked by her loyal supporters.
We made this choice together. We decided unitedly to elect Sashikala as our leader. We have communicated as well that we are ready to prove our majority. Pannirselvam has the whole party's support. He was appointed by Amma herself. Pannirselvam is the only one to lead the party.
However, the OPS camp too had shot in the arm when founding member C Ponnayan expressed loyalty to the caretaker chief minister. So now, will this mean it's an advantage for OPS as opposition points towards Sashikala's hideout politics as sheer desperation? While the ball lies squarely in the governor's court, who will claim the Tamil throne? Bureau Report, India Today.
And the battle between Paneerselvam and Sasikala for control of the AIADMK has now spread to Jayalalitha's house in Chennai's Poor's Garden as well, with O. Paneerselvam signing a petition to change Jaya's residence into a memorial for the late Chief Minister.
A sprawling mansion in Chennai's most posh locality. Home for 35 years to Tamil Nadu's most powerful woman. Now, at the heart of a massive tussle between Amma's lieutenant and her closest confidant, both claiming to be protectors of Amma's legacy. After caretaker Chief Minister O. Paneerselvam announced his plans to make Poise Garden a memorial for Jaya, he is walking the talk, launching an online signature campaign. Paneerselvam's announcement led to a massive protest from Sashikala supporters. If declared a memorial, Sashikala would have to vacate it.
A number of people who are coming out and screaming slogans against O. Paneerselvam.
He is a political scoundrel, Paneerselvam. He is a cheated fellow.
Sashikala's claim to Poise Garden may not withstand legal scrutiny if it comes to a situation that the matter is taken to court.
If there is no will, the property will go to the kith and kin of the deceased. If there is no will, Sashikala cannot claim any property of the deceased.
India Today is the only channel to have had access to iconic house. Footage captured during a raid in 1997. Jayalalitha bought the house in 1967 and named it after her mother, Vedavali. It is officially valued around 50 crores, but that is not why Paneerselvam and Sashikala are fighting over it. The tussle is for Jayalalitha's legacy, an attempt by both leaders to prove their proximity to Jaya and project themselves as the rightful heir. With Akshay Nath in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
And as the Chinnamma OPS saga unfolds on your screens, India Today takes a look back at Tamil Nadu's political past and how a curiously similar tableau played itself out in the state after the death of popularly loved former leader MG Ramachandran. Has history repeated itself just with different players in the form of Sasikala Natarajan and O. Paneerselvam? That's for you to decide.
After MGR's death, his wife Janaki Ramachandran was next in line for the throne. History has a sense of repeating itself. The story of AIADMK bears testimony to that. 30 years ago, the Dravidian party faced a similar crisis. MG Ramachandran, the founder of the party, had died. An ugly war of succession ensued. The battle lines were drawn between MGR's wife Janaki and his closest political aide and heroine of many films, Jayalalitha. The actress turned politician, then just at 39 years of age, had to fight for her space next to her screen partner, an idol's body, as it went on its final journey. When the turn to form government came, Janaki, who enjoyed the support of a majority of MLAs, prevailed in the assembly. Jayalalitha and her band of 33 MLAs were clearly outmanured and outwitted. Then, as now, there was a government at the centre that smelt an opportunity to breach the Dravidian citadel. The Janaki government lasted just 24 days. Rajiv Gandhi dismissed her government, calling the events in the assembly a slur on democracy. In the elections that followed, DMK stormed to power, but the Jayalalitha faction won 27 seats to Janaki's 2. Jayalalitha did not win power, but the fight for MGR's legacy was decided loud and clear by the voters. Jayalalitha was to be MGR's political heir and not his wife. 30 years later, the warring factions of Sashikala and O Selvam are fighting for Jayalalitha's legacy. And there is a government at the centre playing the waiting game. Which way is the wind blowing this time? With Vishnu Gopinath, Bureau Report, India Today.
So we will continue to track the Tamil Nadu political development very, very closely.